Hi to my pre-K friends. This is my last video that I'll be posting this week. I really am gonna miss you guys. I am around all summer, so if you have any questions or concerns, please email me or call me. So what I wanted to show you today is I've really been avoiding giving you guys websites because it's super overwhelming and, you know, just check here, click here. I get so many of them myself with my children and I just never click on them. So I waited till the end to do this because if there is one website I would play with this summer, it would be reallyGreatReading.com. So I believe in the science of reading, and this website has wonderful webinars if you want to watch what the science of reading is, and wonderful instructional activities for pre-K and kindergarten students. So if you go on reallyGreatReading.com, this is their main page. And right here under their COVID response, usually they charge for these things, but it's been free for the past month. I would go to letter tile free play and mouse input. And then basically this is your Wilson board and it's super fun. Kids can use it, you can use it. So one thing I wanted to talk about is chaining. So if you take the word shop, sh, ah, p, right? And they can drag down the letters themselves, or you could do it for them. And you say, how do you make shop into ship? What needs to change? Shop, sh-ip. So the ah, you can just bring that back up to the letter board, and then you can change out your vowel. And you can play with it and change out your vowels and make nonsense words, but I think this is a really great tool to use with your children. You could do it the opposite way. Instead of, put these all back. Oh, another way to erase them all is just to hit that button, sorry, the little arrow. You can have them spell. So instead of you bringing down the letters and having them spell the word, if you said cat, spell cat. So then they have to figure out, how do I spell cat? Identify k, what letter says k, C. So, and then you could do it that way. So you can either bring down the letters and have them decode it, or you can have them try to spell it themselves, which is encoding. So this is a really great resource. They have all of your digraphs. You don't have to worry about the TCH or DGE yet. That's later on, but if your child's willing to do it, that's fine. If a word ends in the ch, usually there's a TCH there. That's why that's there. This is what I would play around with this summer. Just do this maybe for a couple of minutes a week, and then you can kind of see if there's a certain sound that they're having trouble identifying. It's a great way to kind of get an idea of like what their strengths or weaknesses are with letter sound, and it's very similar to a Wilson board with tiles, which is what I use all the time. So if you go back to their main page, the other thing I wanted to show you is heart words. Heart words are really great reading's way of doing sight words. So a lot of parents know sight words are words that we put on flashcards and they have to memorize them because they're impossible to spell or they're really tricky. Usually there's only one component to a heart word that we have to memorize by heart. So for example, in the word have, there are 3 sounds in the word have. Av, but there are 4 letters when we spell it. So then we have to remember that the E is a heart because there is an E at the end of have. So that's the part that we have to memorize by heart, which is why they're called heart words. So when you go into the heart word magic, you can have an introduction. Just click on the first one and it'll do said. And then if you scroll down, they have many other sight words. And I think this is a really great way to introduce sight words to your children if they're ready. I don't think you have to do it, but if they're curious and they're willing and they're interested in it, go ahead. This is the way I would introduce sight words. It's kind of like a fun game. And the way they do it is, it's really like a phonological thing. They're hearing the sounds, they're figuring out what sound is different, and then they're memorizing that sound by heart. So I think this is the best website, reallyGreatReading.com, to use. There's a lot of resources for the parents. You can watch webinars on how to teach reading to your student, how things have changed over the years. Again, the letter tiles are the things that I would have your child play around with the most. And sight word introduction if you want to do it. And then just read to your child and have fun this summer and have a blast. And if you have any particular concerns or questions, please email me, please call me. I am around. I am happy to answer any questions. Your kids had a great year. They're wonderful students. I will miss them tremendously. I want them to have fun and, you know, play around with sounds and letters this summer and listen to really good stories and develop some vocabulary and comprehension skills. And then that's it. They'll be ready for kindergarten.